Hi Libra, so happy that you're here. So happy to be doing this reading for you. And it is my honor, it's my life purpose to be a messenger, to be a student as well, and to walk through this journey together with you. We all share energy. We all have our own individual paths and soul contracts that we have to navigate through and walk through, and sometimes we have to feel our way through. And so I'm very honored to be here to do these messages for everyone. And today I am a Libra as well. So this message, for me, this message is, I guess, I love doing all the messages, but because I'm a Libra sign, I love to do the Libras too. It's probably one of my favorite signs. Not that I don't like any of the others, but just because I'm a Libra too. But I was feeling very, like a very strong sense of a a deepening of spirituality. That's what I kind of feel. I feel like there's a calling, and I feel like Libras are very, very sensitive and connected, very gifted, very intuitive. We're very connected to our whoever you believe in. I'm connected to God, my angels, and spirit guides, and those who have passed, loved ones. They come through and they're here to support. So I know that all of you can resonate with that. And today I feel a special calling to use my Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. And I'm going to be using the Sacred Destiny um, Oracle card deck, okay? And whatever else comes through, then we'll deal with that. But I was in meditation asking Spirit to guide me through this message, and I was shown a mountain, and I think in one of the other signs I saw a mountain too, but this is different. I saw a mountain, and as I was in meditating, I was seeing this in my meditation. I saw the mountain, but the top of it was right there. We were at the crest, okay? And so I was hearing a voice say, "Look how close you are. You're right there." And I felt this sense of, it's almost like you've made it. Um you're there to close out the chapter and begin the new. The old chapter and begin the new. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I was feeling. And as I looked up, I saw the beauty of that mountain. I saw the beauty, the view, and I didn't look back, guys. In that meditation, I feel like we aren't looking back. We're ready now. We're ready to close that chapter, that door. We are ready more than ever to traverse forward on this journey and to allow Spirit to lead us and guide us. Um, I noticed in that meditation that there was a sense of not um, not looking forward to see how far, how much more we have to go, but kind of looking down at the path that leads us to this place that is ever so close, this crest, this top of the mountain. And as I looked out, I saw the beauty of what we've achieved, how beautiful the view was from up there, right? And I didn't miss, wasn't tempted to look backwards at all. I was just enjoying the scenery so much, and it was like our guides were saying, take a breath, take in the beauty, see what you've accomplished. That beauty is you. You've accomplished a lot. You've done the shadow work. You've confronted the inner demons, and now it's time to reap the benefits. And so I do believe that we are in this place, guys, where um, the planet that rules Libra is Venus, and I'm feeling us really coming into that love. It's love in all ways, not just romantic. It's all encompassing love. It's God's love. It's spiritual. It's very spiritual love, guys. This is what I feel. I feel very connected. So I'm gonna ask our guides, what can Libras expect? What is the message? Who's calling out to us, guides? Yeah, we're in this place, sort of a magical place, guys. We're at the entrance of a portal almost, right? So think about that beautiful place that is there, sort of a gateway to connection, to spirit. Um, and so what our guides are saying is, look how far you've come, right? Look how where you are on this mountain. You're in this magical place where you're feeling um, like whatever you touch turns to gold. You have the ability now that you've kind of gone through the hardest parts of this journey in that chapter. Now you can come to the place where your energy is more pure, more is flowing more easily, so you can manifest the things that you've been dreaming of or thinking of or divinely inspired by, right? You can manifest those things. And so miraculous changes are occurring. And so for me, I want to explain something too before I go on. I was guided to use clear quartz here for us, okay? There is a sense of intention here, crystal clear, purification too. So what I was picking up this stone here, I was looking at it, and I was feeling and hearing the words purify. And so I know that Libras, we've been going through this purification for a while, what might seem like a really long time. But we're in that place now where we can clearly know what we want and manifest it, right? We can manifest what we want, and what has been divinely inspired. I do believe that when we manifest things, it's only us opening the door because it's already there. Everything is there for us. We just have to open that door, and we have to be in that place where we can access those things that we desire, and the things that are divinely put there for us. So I was really led to, I was going over all my stones, and I just knew intuitively. Um, I love all my healing stones, but for some reason, um, I wasn't guided to use anything with the exception of clear quartz and a black obsidian. And I forgot what this is, but I'm using it because I like it. So we are in the process, guys, of going. Some of us might be going in a slightly different direction than we thought we would spiritually, and going into a sort of the launching of your idea that you've had, or a spiritual gift that you have that you want to share with people. Maybe you're starting up a channel. I personally have been guided to do something pretty big. Still going to stay on my channel. Still, this is really important to me because when I started on my spiritual journey, this is what I wanted to do, and help other people, give of my time, give of my voice, and share my energy with all of you. And so we, like I said, we are at this portal. We are at this gateway where we are being encouraged to manifest the things that we need, to manifest our dreams. And what I kind of hear this congratulatory voices like saying, congratulations, you've done hard work, you've gotten there. It's time to reap those things that you've been asking for, to manifest those things to come through to you now. And I have a feeling that a lot of us have been working on self-doubt and doubt in general, not trusting, um, maybe not trusting other people to a certain degree. Um, because I do think a lot of us Libras have been taken advantage of. Um, we've been through some situations. I do feel that. But I also feel that it has brought us closer, stronger, deeper spiritually, to this place where, um, this place of grace, strength and grace, guys, right? So we are strong. We are strong people. And we are experiencing a place where it's sort of like coming up on that mountaintop and looking out and seeing the beauty, right? But we are that beauty inwardly and outwardly. So we are experiencing grace right now, appreciation. Share your gifts. Um, See, waves of inspiration are coming to you. Love is coming in. I think a lot of us have gotten to the place where we have had to take some time to ourselves, um, possibly away from those that you know, that we were in toxic relationships with or whatever. Whatever wasn't serving you. I feel like we've had to take these moments, this time. And for me, I will say honestly and openly with you guys that there were many nights that I I woke up crying or went to bed crying, feeling like I don't know quite what's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? And this was prior to my son's death. And um hearing and feeling and sensing my guides holding me and telling me, this is part of your transformation, it's part of your progress forward. You do have to feel some pain sometimes in order to release it and to move yourself and propel yourself forward, because sometimes we will take baby steps and sometimes we will lunge forward, surge forward. And so I was hearing our guides, tell me, hang on, hold on to us. Don't lose hope, don't lose faith. These emotional ups and downs will get better. It's release. It's the things that are coming up and out that have to be purged so that you can grow and move forward in your faith, in your spiritual path, and in your physical path. And so I will tell you, and I know you guys can resonate, that I had many I had many visions. I had connection with those that have passed, in a good way, advice, guidance, love. And throughout the things that I had to go through, and I'm sure you have, I felt that the one sure thing in my whole entire being was God, my divine creator. And I knew that I was protected, and I knew I had to come through this stuff, this pain, this, um, you know, all the things I had to let go of that I never thought I would. And I'm going to say this, and I think you guys can resonate. I sit here now, and I know that by the grace of God, that's how I am here today. Still giving messages, still standing tall, still loving myself, even more than I have before. And in moving in grace and forgiveness, and it's almost like karmic debts are being paid off now. Like the lessons you've had to learn along the way we've learned them because we've been willing to learn them. We've been willing to endure pain or whatever it is we had to endure to get through them, to release, to let go. And so we're experiencing grace through transformation, this escalation or uprising, whatever you want to call it. I keep hearing escalation, right? But so what I'm hearing here too is that we also we're also grounded. That's what makes grace so amazing. To move in grace is to move in connection with, um, and grounding our energy, right? So, if any of you have ever experienced in the summertime, um, I feel very close when I'm either sitting on grass or I'm walking barefooted on grass or I'm near a tree or whatever. I'm very much into the forest and into nature, right? The earth. And so this energy here, this Gaia, she says, stay grounded. Don't get so high off the ground that you can't um, take care of your personal responsibilities, right? It's amazing to be so um, it- it's it's great to be so connected, but we also have to know that we are part of this earth right now, and um, we have to address our personal responsibilities, but we can also take comfort in knowing that we are protected. We are protected. That's why I chose the stone. We are protected along the way, and we are given opportunities to put our faith and trust in God, in our divine plan, in our life purpose, and who we are, guys. Connected beings of light. And so while we're on this earth, um, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are feeling really connected right now, because we're in Virgo season, as I've said before. Virgo season goes until September 23rd, and that's when Libra season starts. Yay, Libras. It is about that energy. When September 23rd comes around, there is a wave of energy that comes in that is all about love, balance, justice, fairness, equality. It is a coming together within ourselves and a um, how do I say this? Reconnecting and even strengthening our bonds with our internal um, fortitude, um, our soul, and maybe even hearing even clearer our own voice and being shown without a doubt our internal compass, where to go, what to do. And so I feel that connection is here for us. And so Master Jesus comes in and he says, don't forget, part of this journey is learning to forgive. And so what I sense here is that, like I said, a lot of us have been in situations where we have felt like we were burned. Um, and that's not to say revisit that and say, woe is me, pity me. This is part of forgiveness, to not be in that space of being the victim, loving ourselves enough to, and having faith enough in God to move away from whatever happened, and to not even give a second thought to maybe that person that burned you or played you or whatever. It's more about, it's not about them, guys. Forgiveness is about yourself, about us, about allowing ourselves to grow, loving ourselves enough, right? So here, this in this card, I don't usually go by what the cards say. I go by what I'm feeling, what spirit brings in. But he's saying, Father, Father healing is possible at this time. So I feel that maybe for some of you, it could be that um, that maybe you've made mistakes in the past, and maybe you feel you weren't as good of a parent as you could have been for whatever reason. But for some of you, it could be that you didn't have a good upbringing. You weren't close with your father. And there were things about him that you might have even, as much as we're about love, you might have even hated some things about a parent or a grandparent. Um, and maybe as you grow spiritually, that doesn't sit well with you, because you feel like, I only want love. I don't want to feel these feelings. And so Jesus comes in and he says, It's all about forgiveness. And it's about you. You don't, it's not necessarily about, you know, I forgive my father for beating me, or I forgive my father for whatever. It's not that. It's forgiving yourself, allowing yourself to move around and move away from those old, unwanted, unneeded feelings because they're long gone now. Uh, I will share something a bit personal with you. My upbringing, my father was not the most loving person to me and my sisters. Uh, he wasn't demonstrative in his love, which, it's okay because sometimes people, they're not demonstrative in their love, but they show it in other ways. My father is now gone on. Um, I had bad feelings for a long time towards my father, but I feel as if he was who he was, okay? Was it pleasant for me growing up? No, not at all. And he wasn't shy with using, you know, whatever means he had to, uh, I'm just going to say, um, to punish me and my sisters. And we did experience, you know, bruises and things like that. But as I say that, I don't feel bad. I feel as if it was something that happened in my life. He was my father. And while I wasn't close to him, I can respect the fact that he is energy and he is wherever he is, learning whatever lesson he has to learn. And so I had to get into my spiritual path and along the way um, learn how to forgive, learn how to allow myself to move uh, in my own energy, not in the shadow of someone else's, not in the bad feelings, not in the not revenge. I don't know why I said revenge. Maybe someone wants revenge, but not in that energy of, you know, hate or loathing or whatever, disgust. It was more about, I had to learn that whatever he did to us, it was about him, not us. And so that's where we are. We're in that place where we've worked through a lot of those things, guys. And so our guides are telling us, you've done a good job. You've done a good job with that forgiveness. And there might be more that you have to do to forgive and allow yourself to move forward. So move in grace. Allow the time it takes to heal past some of those things, guys. If you have to seek out professional therapy, seek out professional therapy. But it's super important to respect yourself enough to remove those things from your life. From the core, we have many layers. I feel like we have many layers. And I was thinking of that movie Shrek, when Shrek was telling Donkey, or one of them was telling the other, we're like an onion, we have many layers. So we have many layers to get throughout our journey. That's why I always say it's about the journey, not the outcome, guys. Okay? Now, every chapter and everything that we go through, when you learn a lesson, it is the closing of that chapter. You don't have to revisit that again. But throughout this journey, it is about the journey. It's not all about lessons and pain and sorrow. It's about joy and splendor and happiness. And so we find those times when we get through a hurdle and we get past one of the lessons that we've had to learn. One of the blessings that comes immediately with that is growth. Okay? And maybe you don't think of it as a blessing, but I do. I think of it as a blessing. And so every time we um, have victory over a hurdle, that blessing comes in some way. And immediately I feel that the first thing that comes in is growth. And that in itself is a blessing. But then the doors of opportunity open because we made the effort to allow ourselves to move past those times in our life. And so the blessings of joy, more smiles come in, more laughter comes in, more, people of a different caliber, maybe um, joyful people come into our lives. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of water. When my throat gets like that, it's usually because there's a real strong presence here. This message is powerful for someone, and I do feel that I can't quite get it out fast enough. Okay, that's what I feel with this energy, though. This energy is kind of coming in. It's like I say with that Virgo energy. It's let's get this done. Let's do this the right way, spiritually speaking. Let's do this the right way so that our life can get on track, so we can stay on our path and enjoy this journey as much as we possibly can. The other night on Friday, my family had a memorial for my son, finally, because it's been 4 months. We had a memorial on September 11th, and it was just amazing. It was beautiful. It was right before the sun went down. We went to my son's favorite place, and it was this clearing in the woods in a park. We were all out there with our phone flashlights, and you know his childhood friends were there. It was very emotional, but it was very freeing as well to know that he's free. And we had these lanterns that went up into the sky. We lit them. We wrote a note on them. We said, "Love you and safe travels." And as those lanterns went up into the sky, I was just overcome and overwhelmed with that sense of freedom, of release, guys. And for me, it wasn't releasing my son. It was more of a release of, okay, his body, embracing his body's not here, but his spirit is, and it goes on, and he's everywhere. And so that's what it's about, guys. This journey is about release all the time. And in different parts of our life, we have to release things. And we have to try to see the beauty in that, the freedom, the um the blessing in being able to move on. Even though we're done in this life, our soul, our spirit moves on infinitely. And so that in itself is a miracle. It's just overwhelming. And I do believe that we Libras, are in that gateway. I'm not saying your body's leaving this plane. I'm saying we're at that gateway where our spirit, where we're ready, body, mind, spirit, we're ready to release. We're ready to launch whatever it is that we are guided to do, to make a difference, to be that spiritual being of light, that being of love, the one who gives freely of your time, of your heart. And because I do believe that we are here to help others raise their vibration, to find themselves. Some of you Libras are very, it. You could be drawn to share your art, and that in and of itself could be a message. Some of you are using your voice talents, but all of us at the core, it's love. And in one way or another, we are helping to do our part. Excuse me. Whatever is in your personal path for your life purpose. Excuse me, dry throat. I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna flip over to. Oh, here we go. Before I go over to the other deck, Mary Magdalene is here. Her energy is here to say, the teacher awakens. Right? What you've been taught, what you've learned spiritually, life lessons. You can now share your experience with others. Maybe some of you are going to write a book or a publication or start a blog, but it's time to share and help others through their path. in whatever way you're guided to, guys. Like I said, some of you could be very talented with we love as Libras, we love beauty, we love art, we love creativity and colors and whatever like that. We're very much uh, creative people in that way. And so Mary Magdalene says, however you are called, now's the time to respond to that call, to share your light, to share your love, to help others awaken to their own, and so on and so on. And so, what a beautiful message from Mary Magdalene. You know, Mary Magdalene, from what we know of Mary Magdalene, she went through um, she went through a lot in her life. She was judged. She was picked on. She had a reputation who I choose to believe was, um, someone really, really crucified her reputation. And I don't believe that she was as bad as people said. And even if she was, Jesus said it's okay. See, look at them paired here together. He said it's okay because you're called by God and you're loved by God. And He loves you enough to bring you to this place where you can open up and allow God to lead you and guide you. And um, she was a teacher. She was in her own right, and she. Can you imagine being a mentor, a mentee? No, wait, yeah, mentee, and Jesus was her mentor. Can you imagine that? She went through a lot, guys. I want to say, you know what I'd like to believe? I'd like to believe she was a Libra. I would. I'd like to believe she was a Libra. Um, because she just seemed to have that sweetness about her. And sometimes Libras are misunderstood. But I choose to believe that. If it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. But I want to believe that because I do feel that she was a very um, caring person, and I believe that her wounds went deep, and I believe that she healed through doing work, what she was called to do, doing the work that she was called to do by God, um, and the amazing love that Jesus gave her. I do believe Libras are special. We're here, guys. All signs, everybody in, all signs, there are people who have gifts. And I'm not saying there isn't. But I'm saying that we just have this natural energy within us that at the core is love. Okay? Okay. I'm going to ask our Sacred Destiny deck here. Ask our guides to show us with clarity what can the Libras expect now. We've crested that mountain. We're coming up on that. Oh. Look, these two cards fell out. Pleasure and delight. Okay, it's time for, you know what I feel, guys? I feel that for some of you, you might have been thinking about, how can I treat myself now? What can I do for myself? Guys, I know we're in COVID and everything, but as things open up, I feel like there's travel involved for some reason. For some of you, you might have been thinking about, where can I go, right? But now you're thinking, how am I going to do this? Because I know it would be good for me. It would be good for my soul to travel. It'd be good to give myself you know, a little vacation. So they're saying trust in that, okay? And look at that. Look at the palm trees. I feel like somebody wants to go. I feel like somebody's going somewhere tropical. Now, it could be in the United States. You could be traveling to some place that has palm trees. But I feel like some of you, it's going to be a bigger trip. It's going to be a trip that's either, I almost feel like Caribbean, or I feel um yeah, I feel like it could be someplace with the feel of the Caribbean water. Like I see the blue water. and the palm trees and just this stillness, right? I feel like there's just this stillness, this peace. And so I feel like there is a trip coming up. Um, you may have been thinking about it, not knowing what to do with that. You may have even priced it out. But if you put that intention out there, guys, the way we are right now, at this gateway, we can manifest things. So look, this trip that you've been thinking of, it's already yours. All you got to do is open that door. You got to put your faith in the universe and say, thank you for providing the funds for this. Thank you for providing the way for me. And I do believe it will happen. Um, and that's the universe. That's God's way of saying thank you for your diligence. Okay? Thank you for your diligence in moving on your path, even when it wasn't easy, even through the tears, even through the exhaustion, and through the trials and tribulations. Thank you for your diligence. And so as you see this bird flying over, and you see the earth below, he's above the clouds. That's where you are. And God says that's where you belong, above the clouds. Staying grounded, of course, with your energy, but above the clouds, above it all. And I do believe that we deserve this. It's a well-deserved reward. And so if a vacation is what you're manifesting, some of you, it might be relocation. You might be moving. I do feel that for some of you, there could be a relocation, okay? Not just a vacation, a relocation to some place where you're needed, and it's just destiny, it's just fate. Let's see what they have to say. Is there anything else you'd like to say, guides? I know we're 36 minutes in right now, but it's here again, Jesus talks about forgiveness. And so we have the forgiveness card here, right? And somebody's sort of saying, forgive me, whatever. But I always go back to Archangel Michael saying, we're innocent. We're in this life, on this path, experiencing human things. And so we need to be more gentle on ourselves. And allow yourself to receive this gift of travel or relocation, whatever it is. And you guys, it might feel risky, but what they're saying is take a risk, okay? Take a risk. Put your faith out there. Put your intention out there for the universe and say, thank you for this trip, universe. Thank you for providing the way for me. And sometimes the universe brings things in quickly, and other times it's a little bit of time because there has to be some things that have to be arranged before that can happen. But put that out there. Don't be afraid. It's right there for you. So I want to just look at this deck real quick. I'm just eyeing it over here, looking at it, going, okay, I'm gonna see what our sacred spirit has to say here, because lately I've been feeling the energy of animals, animal energy, spirit animals and their energy. And yesterday I felt that there was an elephant energy present. The day before that it was a dog, and today I feel like maybe it's winged creatures. I've been seeing a lot of hawks lately, and I've just been seeing them glide, through the air, the way they do, and just kind of mesmerized by their ability to fly so seamlessly, so gracefully. And so I feel like that energy is here. Here we have, and the other thing that I've been seeing is deer lately. I was on my vacation in Maine, and I saw so many deer. They came right up to the place where we were staying, right in the backyard. And we would feed them. I could watch them for hours because they're so graceful. But here, We have lead the way. Like I said, we're being called to shine our light, to be the Libras that we are. And now when we put ourselves out there, we know that we won't get into the same situations again because we've learned those lessons with people. We know that we can trust, and we trust our light to lead us to the right place, on the right path. And if we should falter at all, our guides are right there to pick us up. Right there. Okay? So we have these spirit animals that come in, and their energy is so pure. It's so natural. And it's really, like I said, we're all energy and we share energy. And so I believe right now, guys, we are in that place where we are um, being supported beyond belief. Okay? Oh, interesting. Libras, guess what? New love is forming. Okay? There is a union taking place. I'm going to say this. I feel like this is a soulmate. I don't really talk about twin flames because I feel like however you're connected, if it's divinely inspired and you're connected at the soul level, it is definitely a spiritual connection. There is a union coming in. Somebody is either, I don't think it's somebody coming back. It could be, but I don't know that you're going to necessarily go for that. I think that I feel like it's a special love coming in. It's our soul. Our soul has been kind of sending out that signal to the one who's supposed to be for us, right? And I feel like whoever it is, this is the love of a lifetime. This is the one. This is the opportunity, and I'm hearing opportunity beckons for you to now you're ready to share your love. Some of you are determined to never be in a relationship again, and you know what? If that's for you, then that's for you. um, but for some of you, this is a union coming in with somebody who your soul is ready now. You're ready. You're ready is what I'm hearing. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. That's what I'm hearing. You're ready for this love. You're ready for this commitment. You're ready to trust, and that other person is too. I feel like that person coming in is very similar, gone through similar circumstances as you. And so you've both been doing a lot of work. Your soul wasn't ready yet to be together with this person because you were doing the inner work. And like I was shown that mountaintop, climbing to that mountaintop and seeing the beauty, experiencing the fresh air coming in, that this is your opportunity. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful union. It's an eternal union, guys. Okay? I also feel that it is um you know what I was just thinking? In a lot of readings, people see um three as a third party, and not in a good way, like a third party, like someone's cheating or whatever. But I see it as, see, this is eternal union, but I was thinking of three. I just want to say three for a minute. So I see it as the divine creator, you and your soulmate. So I don't know why I just wanted to mention that. But I do, this because it's divinely inspired here, divinely gifted. This is a gift from God. Okay? Well deserved reward. And so I feel that that special love is coming in, and I don't feel that you're going to have trouble trusting, or um I just feel like this is a divine gift. So what a perfect way to end the reading here, guys. You can trust this. This is divinely guided by spirit. I am not your typical reader who, right now I am doing the individual signs, right? Libra, it's our turn, we're up. But I do believe that I'm different than the rest because I don't go into so much. And the next weekend, someone's gonna approach you and say, "I love you. Will you marry me?" I'm more of a, this is what Spirit says. He says this is coming in, so this is coming in for you. I can't, you know, sit here and say, um, I'm just not the typical reader. I'm very I just feel that whatever spirit says that's coming in, it's coming in. And for us to trust in that, okay? I think you get what I'm trying to say. Uh I am going to, let's see here. I don't have my Archangel Michael cards with me right now. I think they're in my, where I store all my cards. So I'm going to have faith and trust that his message here is just know that in God's eyes we are innocent. We are meant to experience things in life. And sometimes they're not pleasant, but being the spiritual beings that we have the ability, and we are that strength, we are that courage, we are that love that brings us out of those places, that brings us to forgiveness, and that propels us on our path. Okay? Okay. So I wish for all of you a very beautiful day and week ahead, because I will be back. I'm not going to say which day because I don't know yet, but I will be back with a general message for everyone. It could be midweek, I'm not sure. I'm going to wrap up I have to do the air signs and the fire signs, and then I'm done with my astrological readings for September, okay? So I wish you all good health, good wealth, and happiness, stability, and joy. God bless you all. Talk soon.